Hello everyone, Vickieverlie here. Thought this month I would do another bonus mid-month kind of reading. And since it's Valentine's season, I thought we could do a little mini love reading for each sign. We're going to pull a couple of cards for each sign, and then we're going to pull lots of love also. Okay, so before we begin, just a quick reminder, you can find me at vickieverlie.com. Do not be fooled by imposters. And if you enjoy my content, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe and like buttons. Let YouTube algorithm know, and so that more people could see my videos. I've been reading cards since like the 70s. I started reading professionally in the 1980s. So I've been at this for a real long time, and I've actually read thousands and thousands of real people, before I started this YouTube thing. But anyways, here we go, off to the races, and we're going to start with the first sign of Aries. I'm going to cut two cards, and we're going to apply this to love. Got the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So some of you, Three of Cups is definitely a card of you got to get out there, you got to mix, mingle, meet with people, attend things. If you want to, if you want to find somebody, you got to be out there mixing and mingling. Well, I guess now you don't actually. You can just do it on your phone, but they're definitely, guiding you towards that. Six of Pentacles is obviously a financial card, but it also can say, might be something having to do with work. If there's some kind of work function, or you might meet somebody at work, or sometimes when you get the work cards or the money cards in with the love questions, it's not always you're going to meet them right at your work necessarily, but you might meet them, at the coffee shop by your work, or where you get your lunch from, or where you stop for groceries on the way home. When you work at different places, it puts you in contact with different people. Here you go, you got beautiful. So you're feeling really beautiful this month, this week, this time frame of February, Valentine's season, Aries. Let your light shine, put on your nice clothes, and go out and mix and mingle. Who knows, you could hook up with somebody, or meet the love of your life even. All right. I guess hook up didn't sound too good, huh? Next, I'm probably not going to timestamp these, by the way. But you can always just scrub through, and if you look for your signs, I always put that little sign thing there. So let's look at the sign of Taurus. What is going on with Taurus for this Valentine's season for our Taurus? Sun, rising, moon. I don't feel like you need to look at your Venus under any circumstances. I don't know why people say that. All right, well, some of you may be coming off of some kind of a harsh thing where you felt like you were, it didn't end well for you. You feel like you lost out in this, or maybe you were exploited, and you may be, maybe you're staying out of it this holiday season, this Valentine's Day season, doing the hermit thing, standing back. And, that's cool. And again, if that doesn't resonate, check your rising moon. But let's see what our lots of love has to say about all this. Because, after all, Venus is your ruling planet, martyr. Yeah, this could be a caution to not be the martyr. And just because you were burned in your last relationship, or you feel like you lost out, or whatever happened, it doesn't mean, you're out of the game forever. Don't be stuck in the martyrdom. This is the time of love, and there's a lot of cool love stuff going on. There's all these Venus, Mars, and aspects, and it's really, I feel like it's going to be kind of a good Valentine's Day, just from the astrological aspect. And all these planets are changing signs and connecting with Pluto, so there could be mad, drastic changes. Well, there's actually a Mars-Pluto conjunction that could be passion. That could be turned to passion, but it could also turn to anger. But yeah, you're involved, and especially like even the weekend after, like the 16th, you've got that nice, there's a Uranus aspect to your sign. And Uranus, you could totally meet somebody unexpectedly. So don't get stuck in martyrdom. I know sometimes we need to take a break from the dating world, of a dating scene. But, maybe it's time to, not hold that grudge or whatever it might be and get back in it. I'm having a little focus issues. Hello? Focus. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's go next. We're going to move on to the sign of Gemini. What is your mini mid-month love check-in for our Geminis? Well, you guys are the flirts. Geminis are the flirts of the zodiac. You always have that sparkly, flirty thing. I'm not shuffling too hard because I don't want my little hearts to blow away. Don't let my heart blow away. Okay, Gemini. Okay. What do we got here? Nine of Rods, another one who might be getting over some heartache. If you don't relate to this, you don't like this reading, then definitely check your rising and moon. But some of you could be a little down in the dumps. Maybe your plans fell through or something like that. All is not lost in the Five of Cups. So there's always that hope for a better tomorrow. The guides are saying, keep your heart open. It's Valentine's Day. Don't have your guard up too strong. If you have your guard up, you're not going to meet anybody, or you're never going to reconcile or get whatever the desired result. When you're coming at it from the Nine of Rods thing. Real. Yeah, keep it real. Let's not get caught up in head games and who said this or who said what. Let's step back, because this card often reminds me a little bit of the Hermit even. So let's step back and let's look at it from the big picture. It's not about who said what. And Gemini, sometimes you guys can get caught in that because you're very mentally oriented. What's the big picture? What's really going on? And how can we get real and really come to terms or settle it or get to a place of the happiness and joy that we are seeking? Okay. Well, hope we get some better cards here. Yeah, good idea. Let's do a love reading. Well, I mean, there is that Mars-Pluto thing. I looked at that. It's like, wow. Yeah, Mars-Pluto could be a little bit... Well, it could be passionate. I mean, we could be making mad, passionate love. For sure. Okay, Cancer. What is going on, Cancer? For your Valentine's Day mini love reading. Three of Pentacles and Nine of Rods again. And everybody seems to be a little on edge. Well, when I saw this right away, I felt like you should go attend an art show. Or somebody showing their work or debuting their work or a band. It really feels like it's an art show. And so even if it's at your local museum, some people don't live in smaller towns and they don't have much. This feels like an unveiling, like some kind of an event where somebody's having an art show, or they're unveiling their project or sculpture, or some kind of a thing, and you're feeling kind of like, oh, because Cancers, you can be a little cranky and crabby sometimes, like, I don't feel like going. Look at what should be lots of love came out to be, mingle. So get out and mingle. It doesn't have to be a quote-unquote Valentine's Day kind of thing, This is really kind of a mid-month reading, and later that weekend there's some other aspects going on. We've got Venus changing signs and stuff. I do go week by week on the astrology if you want to check out the Patreon. But anyways, yeah, this is saying don't be like, oh, I don't want to go to this thing because it's this or that. Whatever your judgment, you're judging it, it feels like. Let's not judge it. Let's say, hey, I'm showing up for my friend. It's their art show. Check it out and mingle with the people, and who knows, maybe you're going to find that special someone at that mix and mingle. Mix and mingle. All right, Leos, well, nobody's got to tell you to mix and mingle. Leos, you guys are always out there. You're always out there doing the social thing for the most part. You guys are the life of the party. Everybody likes to be around the Leos because you're so fun and gregarious and romantic. I mean, the heart chakra is the ruler of Leo. So let's see here. We got the Ace of Rods, having some sexy time. This one wants to come too. I'm going to put it there, but it's really this card, Empress. Oh, somebody could get pregnant. So if it's one of these things where we have sex on my birthday and Valentine's Day and blah, 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 I'm not laughing at you. I mean, everybody has different levels of, desire, I guess you could say. But whatever. A lot of people are going to be doing the wild thing. That's my guide said, the wild thing. But yeah, they will be, and somebody could become pregnant. If that's what you're after, great. But if that's not what you're not, then maybe you do need to be a little bit more cautious, because a pregnancy could come about. Maybe it's a brand new relationship, and you're really in that phase of just really falling in love. It's saying release. So release the past. This guy seems to be holding on really tight here. So maybe you got to release. If you're worried about the money, forget about that and go out and have a good time. Release could also be, the release of the semen, I guess you could say. But this won't be in everybody's case, but, just in case, putting it out there. All right, Virgos, what's happening for you on this Valentine's Day mid-month season? Love. Oh, see, that's why I'm a bit careful with the shuffling, because if I shuffle too hard, my little hearts will blow right away. Maybe when I picked that up just now, I felt like maybe somebody's blowing you a kiss, Virgo. That would be so embarrassing for a Virgo, I know. I can just see that. Somebody blowing you be a kiss like in a bar, you guys would be like, what? What's wrong with them? Some weirdo just blew me a kiss. You wouldn't say it out loud, but that's what a lot of you might be thinking. Okay, let's see here. What's going on, Virgo? Just, throw caution to the wind. Another little wind reference. And there it goes again. Blow one back. All right, here's what's happening. Let's read the cards. We've got the Judgment card. So completion of this karmic cycle for you guys. So if you're coming out of this long-term time frame of maybe you've had a dry spell, or maybe it was a relationship that ended a little while ago even. It might have even been 3. It could have been, 3 weeks, 3 months, or even 3 years for some people. Now it's time there's some good things coming in. You've cleared all the stuff, you've processed it. And Virgos are very much, do you do the processing thing a lot. So you've tried, rationalized it, figured it all out, looked at it from every angle. Now you can let it go, and new things are on the horizon with the 3 of Rods. I'm going to get you lots of love. Trust. Trust in the universe. The trust in the universe is going to provide. On this card, I always do follow that horn down. Whatever the horn on the Judgment is pointing to, it's always important. So you have to be trusting that the universe and your higher guidance and your angels are going to be bringing down that perfect love, or that love that you're looking for. What are they trying to tell me? Reconcempore? I'm not getting it. I know what they mean. I can't get the word. Let's just move on to Libra. Well, Libra, of all the zodiac signs, I think you guys are the most, you're ruled by Venus, of course, but you're the Leos, and you are very romantic. You're very partnership oriented. Libras love to be in love, definitely. So I'm sure if you're not in a relationship, you might have, unless you've got Virgo or Scorpio, you're at your neighboring signs. But for the most part, pure Libra energy is all about all that love vibe. It's a love thing. It's a love thing. Ooh, some of you might be in a stalemate in a relationship. Ooh, and you might be stressing out about it. Well, again, that's not usual Libra, but here's what's going on, Libras. You've got these eclipses coming up in your sign and South Node. So many of you are embroiled in karmic relationships. And because it's the South Node that's going through your sign, you're also doing some releasing. Don't waste any time on something that's is not irresolvable or unresolvable, not able to be resolved, okay? Let's not get yourself all tied up in knots, worry about it. Some of you may have come to a point that you need to release something, and that's only going to open the door. It's interesting that says stalemate, but I looked over and saw soulmate. And by the way, let that happen with these cards, my rock and roll tarot deck here. Because those words, they'll do that. They'll dance around and change into other stuff, and that's when you're getting a message. So there's a soulmate for you. Action. Time to take action. Yeah. Let's let the past, bygones be bygones, the past be gone. Let's focus on action of what we're going to do moving forward. Release what no longer serves you. Again, maybe not the best love reading you were hoping for, Libra, but if this doesn't resonate with you, then check your rising and moon. But there could be a little nugget of wisdom or something in there a little bit that you could take with you, right? Here we go. Scorpio's coming up next. I believe that, no, it's not. I do believe I'm mistaken. I do believe it's true. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Ooh, what is that? There goes that thing. So maybe somebody's blowing you a kiss too. All right. Oh, I believe it's all happening at the zoo. Hey, maybe you're going to go to the zoo. Have a date at the zoo or something, Scorpios. Maybe that's what that song is. I do believe it's true. Sitting around worrying about money isn't going to get your love life going. Well, technically that would be you. Here, we got this Knight of Cups. That could be you. Water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But also you may be interested in another water signs, water sign person. I could totally see that working for you. Of the water signs, even look what I put at the top, romantic, Of the 3, the Knight, King, and Queen, I always put this one as more of the, well, they all have their loving cups, they all have that cup energy going on. But I always put the Knight of Cups as the most romantic or signs of a romantic relationship. But look what you're doing. If you're looking over here at your money situation, then you're not seeing this at all. Let's leave that pile of money alone, or maybe you're doing your taxes or whatever's going on over here, and let's turn our attention. They said to me, I just heard, in spring all signs turn to love, or whatever that expression is. So we're moving, and maybe by the time we get to Pisces, you're going to be, really embroiled in a serious relationship. Okay, because that's when spring starts, right after that. Frenemy. Some of you are dealing with a frenemy. Well, I would say this person here is not your frenemy. But maybe that's just why you're like thinking about sitting it all out. And you're just like, well, you know what? I've been burned before, and I'm just going to stay home and do my taxes or whatever. I'm just going to work, get my finances in order or something like that. I feel like, though, you don't have to, let this, maybe, I'm sure this could happen. And Scorpio, you can, you have some frenemies. You tend to, because you see right through everybody. You see right through everybody's stuff, and, and a lot of times, especially if you have some Sag in your chart, you'll just blurt it out and say, hey, dude, blah, blah, blah. And then people are just like, what, So there can be this frenemy. It's just them mirroring their own deceptions and everything, and then you see it, so you become the target of their stuff. If you're a Scorpio, if you know, Scorpios know about all that stuff. But instead of spending the time here, this seems like this could be something really positive. And I did have that song, It's All Happening at the Zoo, come through. So if nothing else, maybe take it, go over to the zoo. And the other thing is that Mars-Pluto that's happening on the actual day of the 14th, that's both of your rulers. So that could be really intense for Scorpio. I mean, some kind of big life-changing thing could actually pop up around that time. All right, next let's move on to the sign of Sagittarius for our mini mid-month love reading. I'm trying to think of another M word. Mini mid-month. Boy, I just can't think of one. I keep wanting to say mind F. I don't know why. Mini mid-month mind F. Oh, I will never try to screw with your mind, ever. But let's see here. Sagittarius, what is going on in the love shack? Oh, jeez, come on. Come on, help me out here, universe. We keep getting maybe, well, there is that Mars-Pluto. This might be a rough one. I kind of thought it was going to be a good one, but kind of getting a lot of funky cards. Maybe it's just on Valentine's Day itself, though, not necessarily the whole, little time frame there. Well, you can't deny Three of Swords is Three of Swords. Somebody's been through some major kind of heartache. If it's not, maybe not related to, probably it's related to a recent breakup or whatever, whatever happened here. But it may be just some other area in your life that's going on. Maybe somebody's dealing with, a family member who's hurt or something, you're grieving or something. This is you, by the way, Sagittarius. It's time to, for at least a little bit here, for at least this mid-month time frame or this Valentine's Day weekend or whatever, we can set this down for a minute, okay? Let's set down the Three of Swords for a minute, and let's be our usual bright self. Go out, have a good time, be with friends at least, bring out that fiery energy. I know that a lot of you have really been through something here with this Three of Swords, but get that extrovert energy going on here. You might meet up with another fire sign. It says new. See, new things are on the horizon for you. Yeah, and you could meet a new person for sure. Or definitely like just sort of a new attitude. I got a new attitude. All right, next let's do our mini mid-month. Boy, I need another M word. But you guys have to let me know in the comments. Mini mid-month, like something that would be a simile or metaphor for reading. A reading or inquiry or music. Mini mid-month musing. Oh, that's it. I probably won't even remember it though. This is our mini mid-month musing for Capricorn. Of course I remember. I would think of something on Capricorn when we're almost at the end of the whole thing. Mini mid-month musing. Yeah, baby. Let's see what we got here. Jesus, Five of Swords. Give me a break. Eight of Pentacles. So you're another one. You think, well, there's just no point in it. Why am I even bothering? Five of Swords can be like, well, sometimes Five of Swords is not just your attitude. Sometimes it usually is. It's just like you've reached the dead end. We can't. Some of you maybe, you know, you don't see eye to eye on something with some people, and you know, you just are done. You're done. You're done with Valentines, and you're done with whoever. And in true Capricorn fashion, you're going to be over here doing the Eight of Pentacles thing, doing the work, you know, working on your project or whatever. So if that's your jam and that's what you want to do, cool. But as far as love, if I were just to interpret this as a love reading, if you're in a stalemate with a situation with a person, you might, you know, find somebody through a common interest, something that you're passionate, something that you love working on, your craft. You might, you know, whether it's through maybe attending like a convention or going to some kind of an event, or even through like, you know, groups on Facebook or different things, you know, finding people who have the same passion as you, a passion or interest that you can share. All right, let's get our lots of love. Lots of love. Secure. You want to feel secure. Yeah, well, that's the Capricorn thing all the way. But also, it could say if you find somebody that you have through this common interest, that you would have that sense of security that you're seeking, you know, in the love relationship. We just relate it that way. Okay, let's go on to the next sign of Aquarius. Well, a lot is going on for you all over the place. You can check out. I've been talking about it endlessly. In the February monthly reading, I really went into a lot about how all this stuff's moving Aquarius, conjunction Pluto. You know, and I have the Pluto and Aquarius video, so check it out. There's lots going on for Aquarius. But what about our love life? Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love. Magician and Five of Cups. You know, Five of Cups is that crying over spilled milk thing, so don't be down in the dumps there. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get your buns out there and do your thing. Do your thing is what you want to do. That's probably not right, but yeah, they're saying do your thing. Magician, you can move mountains, you can do anything you want, but it's not going to happen if you're sitting around moping here. And, oh, everything went wrong. Because, and the big message of the Five of Cups always is, yeah, you've been through some stuff. Some things didn't go your way, but there's still full cups there. There's still something. There's something out there. But you got to, when the magician shows up, you got to be that one to get out there, go after it, look for it, and grab hold of it, and don't let go. Karmic. Yeah, so whatever, you know, it usually is, though. I mean, that's no big revelation, right? Usually when these things do go wrong in our lives and we end up in these sad situations, so sad. What is it? It's a sad, sad situation. Sorry seems to be the... I'm way off key. But sorry seems to be the hardest word. I can't find that note. That's the Elton John song, Sorry. So sad, so sad. Yeah, sorry seems to... Some of you might be... Maybe if you want to get back together and you're you know, sorry seems to be the hardest word, maybe you got to be the one to say, be the bigger person and say, look, I was wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, this 3 thing here, you know, karmic, right, it's always karmic. Anytime we're drawn into these relationships and it ends up where it's this big mess and we're suffering and we're going through all this, you know, whatever, it's almost always a karmic relationship. I mean, that's majority of what we're doing here, especially as far as our closest love relationships. So yeah, some of you had a karmic relationship. Some of you, most of you though, it's going to be the ball is in your court. You've got to reach out. You've got to make it happen. And make it happen. Oh, what is that? On your feet. Get up and make it happen. Focus the camera. Oh. All right, Pisces. Well, I do believe there is this whole big thing. There is. I was just looking at it. I was looking at it on the weekly Patreon. I was looking ahead to see what's coming up, and there's this date. It's in the second half of the month, and it's the 28th, couple weeks away from Valentine's Day, actually. But there's this huge lineup, and it's all at 9 degrees of Pisces, so it's bam, bam, bam on you, and it's the Sun, and the Mercury, and Saturn. It's all happening on that day. So, I mean... The guys just said you have a date with destiny. Yeah, you might have a date with destiny. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what the cards are going to say. It is a love reading. We are wanting a love reading here. give the people what they want. And they want a mini mid-month musing for their romantic endeavors. Pisces, what do we got? The devil. Right away, what? Oh, look at that, the 10 of Cups. Thank you. Whoa, hallelujah. We finally got a good love card. Hallelujah. The last sign of the zodiac, when we get the best love card. But, you know, when I saw that devil right away, what came to my head was the devil you know and the devil you don't know. Because some people will say in a bad relationship, it's because, like, well, they know. They know what it's like, and it's scary to go out there again. And some of you, you know, devil, you have been in bondage. You've been in bondage for a long time. Saturn's coming through your sign, and Saturn's going to free you from the chains of bondage. The devil is the Capricorn card, hence the Saturn card. Saturn has a big association with the devil card here. So, you know, you are in a state of bondage, you've been, but you're moving out of that to the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. I mean, this is the love card, okay? Well, the 2 of Cups, 6 of Cups, but this is the big one. 10 is the most happiness, the most love, joyous. It's the marriage card. This is the whole shebang, the whole ball of wax. So out of everybody, Pisces, it seems like you are really in a place where you could find that love or find that joy and happiness through the relationship. If you or the other person has kids involved, this card will always tell us that, you know, it's going to work out for the kids too. They all like each other. It's the happy family and encompasses everything. All right, Pisces. Hate. Ooh. Well, some of you have been in that's that devil you know. You know, sometimes that devil you know is somebody, you know, it's like you really can't stand this person. I need to change my glasses. I was just hearing that song again. It's a bitter line between love and hate. I haven't heard it in years, but it's a thin line between love and hate is the saying. And then the song, it says it's a thin line that goes into it's a bitter line between love and hate. You know, and with Saturn in your sign, and the Saturn, you know, karmic relationships can be that way, you know. One minute you hate them, and then one minute you love them. But anyways, there's potential of everybody today. You got the best card of all. Saturn in your sign, that only means that it can be really long-lasting. Saturn can also be breaking you free from the chains of bondage of something that's just not going to work anymore. But it won't leave you hanging. Saturn's that heavy energy. It comes through, and if it's weak, just squishes it flat. But it won't leave you with nothing. Saturn rules the bones in our body. It's a structure. It's a foundation. So it's going to give you that new structure, and the new structure is going to be happier or better than ever. All right, everybody. Yeah, if you're interested, I do weekly readings on Patreon. Similar to this, but I do a lot more astrology, and we pull 2 cards. I hope you enjoyed this. Please do hit that like button. It costs you nothing, or hit the subscribe. It really helps out my channel. I am the original YouTube tarot reader. I mean, I really did set up this whole format, and I don't have any qualms about saying it. People always rag me in the comments. Well, why shouldn't I say it? It's true. But I mean, there's many good readers out there too, but beware, there's a lot of really charlatans out there too. It's great. I can't believe the stuff some of these people say. But hey, just use your own discretion. Again, I've been at this game for a long time. Started reading in the 70s, so 50 years ago. Got my first tarot deck. Almost 50. Let's see, it would be exactly like 48 and a half years ago I got my first tarot deck. And I've been reading them ever since, all the way along. Happy to read for you today. I hope you have a great Valentine's Day if you're really one of these people who are really into the whole let's find love and it's the big day. But if it's not, there's a Mars-Pluto that day, so if it's not, don't put so much weight on it, okay? Because love can happen at any time, around any corner. And a lot of the times it happens when you're just not thinking about it or just not looking for it. When you're just, you know, happy in yourself and putting out those good vibes, that's when a lot of times you will attract that love energy. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this reading. We'll be back next week with more tarot, astrology, and mini mid-month musings. Okay, everybody. Talk to you again. Bye.